Hey, what's up guys? Tony here, and what you're watching is a little Assassin's Creed 3, and this little multiplayer, except for it's not the multiplayer where you're actually playing against other people. This is a cooperative multiplayer, and so this is me playing with Wes, Akuma, and my buddy Chris, who's one of my Call of Duty clan guys. So we all have Assassin's Creed 3, and so to be honest, I tried the tutorial and I played like a match of multiplayer, and it's not really my thing, I'll be honest. I was telling Chris, I was like, he's like, what do you want to play? I'm like, I don't really want to play the multiplayer because it's too slow. It's just way too slow for me. And I don't have ADD, but I told him, I'm just like, my ADD kicks in. I just want to like run around, attack things. I just can't be stealthy. Even in Assassin's Creed, you know, the single player game, it's just like I feel compelled to rush around and attack redcoats and just, I don't know, just have fun. There's no other way to put it. Just go around, have fun, kill a lot of redcoats, and that's it. So when it comes to the multiplayer, I just don't like, you know, there's like a certain amount of time and, you know, you're walking around, you're pretending to be one of the AI bots, and you're looking for clues, and it's really slow paced, and I don't like it. It's just not my thing. So we jumped into the Wolfpack is what it's called, and we jumped into Wolfpack and we just started playing. And I mean, you get the premise like instantly. It's like there's some targets, go take them out, and you have a certain amount of time, and every time you kill something, you get more time to do it, and you just pretty much keep going. It's kind of like Call of Duty Zombies in that way. I mean, there's no time limit for zombies, but you just keep going until you can't go any longer. And depending on how long this commentary goes, either I'll show you probably like a 7 or 8 minute one, or there's one where we literally go for 17 minutes or thereabouts, and it was actually a lot of fun. There was a point, there was a period in the middle where I was looking up at the time, we had like a minute and a half to go kill these. I'm like, man, this thing might never end. But eventually it does. I think you lose time if you kill civilians or something. I think at the end of that round, the 17-minute round, we had killed like 27 civilians. It was just like, oh my god, that's a lot of people. And I don't know who was doing the killing, because it tells you, and when you do it, you know it. You're just like, oh no. But anyways, what I want to do is I want to get into the main topic of my commentary just a little bit, because I want to do kind of a quick sort of an update, because it's been a while since I've done one, and there's a lot of things that have been going on in the last week for me that have this thrown off my schedule. For those of you guys who are appreciating this sort of schedule that I've been on the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, it's been thrown off, and so I want to get into that. But obviously you can see by the title, the theme of the commentary today is Strike While the Iron is Hot, and I'll get into that in a minute. But before I do that, what I'd like to do is I just want to talk about the things that have been going on. Now, the first order of business is that I have not finished with Doom 3. I'm at a point where I don't have any videos in my in my stock here. I don't have anything to render and put out, so that means I need to play Doom 3, and I'm at a point where I'm kind of stuck. And so I just need to go in there and just sort of forge through it and get that footage so I can continue to put out videos, because Halloween was yesterday, and oh, by the way, I hope you guys had a really, really fun and safe Halloween. My Halloween was entirely uneventful. I went over to my parents' house. My older brother was there. My mom cooked a wonderful dinner. And we decided to start watching some scary movies while the kids came to trick or treat. And we were watching, it was The Son of Frankenstein. And it was about, I don't know, halfway through that movie, I fell asleep. It was like 7 o'clock at night, and I just, on my parents' couch, just totally gone. Which is not unexpected, because I'd been kind of sleeping like crap. But I totally had fallen asleep. And on a side note, if you guys have ever seen Young Frankenstein, it's a Mel Brooks film starring Gene Wilder. I believe it was written by Gene Wilder with Mel Brooks, I think. I think the story was by Gene Wilder. Anyways, the point is that as I was watching the movie, my dad and I were like, this is a lot like Young Frankenstein. And you could see where Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks were inspired by The Son of Frankenstein, and they pulled from that movie and created young Frankenstein. And I thought it was kind of amusing because here's a movie that's supposed to be kind of scary and kind of intense, and we're getting a giggle out of it because of the fact that like the sheriff or the town police officer, I don't know what the heck they call him, like a sheriff, but he's got the wooden arm that he's got to move around, and they have that in Young Frankenstein. So just something I found pretty amusing. But anyways, yeah, so my Halloween was really uneventful. I fell asleep like around 7 o'clock, and I woke up around like 10:30, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get home. I'm just gonna go home. And I did, and I got home, and it was one of those things where you're tired, and then by the time you get home, you're kind of like wide awake. And so I sat down, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do any Call of Duty. I'm not gonna do any Doom 3. I got Call of Duty on mine because I played a little Black Ops today with my friends. We got some of the clan guys together to play a little bit, and like, okay, let's get ready for Black Ops 2. So I got a little Call of Duty on the mind apparently. But I jumped on to play Doom 3. I wanted to jump on and play Doom 3, but I don't know. I wasn't in the festive, I was just kind of like tired, and I didn't really want to get into the setting on my computer and like starting to record video and rendering all that stuff. So what I opted to do is I played Assassin's Creed 3, and I got through a bunch of the game. Like the first quarter, or maybe it's like the first 20%. I'd have to look, but I got through a significant amount of the game so far, and I'm just like, whoa, this game is freaking awesome. And I guess that's sort of, it would be a nice segue. Yeah, actually, it is a great segue into the topic at hand, because after I had played some Assassin's Creed, I was kind of wired. I wasn't as tired as I really had hoped that I would be by the time I got done playing. And so what I did is I got off. I actually kind of I forced myself to go to bed. It was, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So so by the time I got home about, say, 11 o'clock, so I played from like 11 to about 3, I think maybe 3:30. And I was just like, okay, I gotta get off. I gotta go to bed. I gotta salvage the rest of this early, late morning, and get a few hours of sleep before I have to get up, because I had a doctor's appointment this morning. So I did that, and so anyways, it's just that I was. What happened is after I turned the PlayStation off and sort of got myself ready for bed. I jumped into bed, and I just wasn't tired. So sort of a routine that I've put myself into is to check YouTube on my phone, or like watch some Daily Show clips from the Daily Show app, or just some sort of like mindless activities, just to kind of like settle your mind down and put yourself to sleep. The other thing I thought about doing was reading, and reading does that for me, but the reading that I have, I need to read for comprehension, and I need to read for specific information for this history project that I'm working out. So to sit down and put history in front of me and then start to have to think analytically and critically is probably not the best way to put yourself to sleep, because you're going to start to, I would start to activate my mind, and I'd start to think about, where's my project going? What kind of notes do I need? Et cetera, et cetera. So I've gotten this habit, it could be kind of a nasty habit, but I get in this habit of looking at YouTube, and what I had found is that there was a lot of people doing playthroughs of Assassin's Creed 3. And I'll be honest, I've had my fair share of comments and private messages, people asking me, hey, are you going to do a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 3? And my reply has been no. And it's just because for me, putting Let's Plays on my channel, it's not something that I like. I shouldn't say it's something I enjoy to do, but the idea of putting a Let's Play together is something I just don't understand completely. Now with the Doom 3 thing, it's a little different because of the fact that like with games like Slender, games like Resident Evil, games where people put their face on the screen and you get to watch their reactions to scary events, I think we all get a kick out of watching people be frightened or be uncomfortable. And so I thought, hey, that's a good idea. And so I decided to put together the Doom series because, hey, I was going to play anyways for Halloween and get myself all scared and stuff. I was like, why not make a series out of it and put it on YouTube? And so that's what I did. But every time that I've thought about doing a Let's Play, I just can't get into it if it's like a new title. One, because I want to experience it for myself, and two, because it's just, I've had this long, even when you're kids, you get this long history of just like watching people play. I don't think it's very entertaining when it's a storyline about a game that you can go buy. So that I just don't find it entertaining because that's something you can go experience for yourself, and it's probably why you don't see a lot of Borderlands 2 stuff, because there are several different characters, and people end up playing through the game 3 or 4 or 5, 6 plus times. So they've already seen these missions, they've already gone through the missions, and for the most part, those people who are die-hard Borderlands players are for the most part experts on these missions. And you could get the same sort of thing, like, oh my gosh, I played this one myself. And I guess for some people, they get a kick like, oh, okay, I played through this one, and they're kind of like, oh, yelling at the commentator or the person playing, like, no, go left, no, go right, it's over there, you're missing the box. So there's that fun in it. But for me, I just don't. I lose if I start watching someone's Let's Play, I lose interest in probably 2-3 episodes max. And so the way my channel has always been is if I like to watch it, then I want to post stuff like it, because I like to post and play and be involved in interests that I'm interested in, things that I'm interested in. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm not going to do a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 3, but I will bring multiplayer stuff, because it's variable, it's changed, it's a variable from person to person, from group of people to group of people, and it's not the same. And that's why the majority of the stuff on my channel is multiplayer stuff, because of the fact that there are that human element. There's other people to deal with. You could do live comms, or you could do tips and tricks, and there's this interactive and sort of a learning experience to it. So that's why I always focus on multiplayer games. But going back on Assassin's Creed and going back onto YouTube, and the whole notion that to strike while the iron's hot is this phrase, obviously, where you want to basically, in its nutshell, you want to kind of get on the bandwagon, to use another sort of expression. You want to get started on something from the ground floor. And I think I'm going to keep using these expressions without going ahead and explain what it means in sort of a literal sense. But you guys get the idea. You want to be the first person to do something, especially on a website like YouTube, where if you're one of the first people to put videos out and people are searching for Assassin's Creed videos, you're going to be popping up, and you're going to benefit from a huge boost in views. And that's the main I don't want to say issue, but that's my main sort of gripe with all these people doing Let's Plays, is that they're essentially trying to strike while the iron is hot, and they want to get as many views and get as many new viewers as they can, and also they want views from their normal subscribers, and especially YouTubers who are partnered or with a network or independently partnered, because they're going to get paid for it, and it's going to be a boost in, I don't know, revenue, I guess is the way to put it. And I look at that, and I got thinking, it's like, well, whatever happened to just playing a game because you like playing the game? Why is it that all the AAA titles, or the big title games of the year, why do they all need to be made into videos, into a commodity? Why does it have to happen? Why can't you find a series that, maybe it's not something you post on your channel, because your channel might be, I don't know, a first-person shooter, or a Minecraft channel, or maybe a Let's Play channel. Not everything has to go on the internet. And I don't mean to critique or mock or belittle anyone who is putting out Assassin's Creed videos or any sort of videos. I mean, do what you want to do. But I just sort of took a step back that night when I saw that, and I even put a tweet out there, because it's, for me, the Assassin's Creed series has been such an epic adventure. I played a little bit of one. I never really got through it because it got a little tedious, and so I didn't get through it. But I dedicated myself to playing through Assassin's Creed 2, and then of course I played Assassin's Creed 2. I played all the way through Brotherhood. I got into Revelations. I really couldn't sink my teeth into it. But the storyline, I think it's because I got tired of Ezio. I liked Ezio in the first one. It was great to see the continuation of his storyline. Excuse me, in Brotherhood. And then when he goes to Constantinople in Revelations, I was like, okay, he's an old man, like what, can we just like move on to a new assassin? Like, do we have to follow Ezio for 3 titles, 3 versions of this game? So I think for me, that's why Connor with Assassin's Creed 3 has been such something that I've been really looking forward to, and a nice change of pace, and it's been such a stellar game so far. The movements and it's just everything you have to do. It's so fresh and so new. And for me, to go back on what I was saying, it's sort of like reading a book. You don't see people going out there and putting out videos of them reading a book. Of course there are books on tape and audiobooks and all that stuff. So they're out there, but it's not as if there's a lot of people doing that. There's probably maybe just the publisher of the book putting out a book on tape or an audiobook of whatever title, all the major titles. So you don't really see this huge group of people doing it like you do on YouTube. And so there's all these people on YouTube. They're putting out the same playthrough. And I just, like I said, I just kind of scratch my head and go, why? Why don't you do, like, there's nothing wrong with buying a game and just enjoying it offline, having that time out to yourself, and just play it to have a great time, and then maybe talk about it in a video like I'm doing now. And I feel, to be honest, I feel a little hypocritical, because here I am posting Assassin's Creed footage, but it's not the Let's Play. It's not, it's not this idea of striking while the iron's hot. Because to go back on that, the essential is they want to, they want to become bigger, and I think I kind of touched on that. But as I'm thinking about it now, they look to gain new audiences and grow bigger, and that's not what I'm looking to do. I'm not looking to strike while the iron's hot. I just wanted to kind of give my my opinions and my commentary about this whole idea of all these Let's Plays that are being put out there now, just for the sake of these big title games. It's like a new title game has to come out, and as YouTubers, we seem to be obligated to making videos about it, even if it's not a major, say, a multiplayer game, which seems to be the cornerstone of the YouTube gaming genre. So I'm kind of interested in what you guys have to say. Do you guys feel the same way? Is this sort of oversaturation with these single player games, these Let's Plays, especially when they're brand new, these hot titles? Don't you just, like, I don't know about you guys, but don't you just want to go and play the game for yourself and not watch somebody else go through it? Unless you're looking for like a walkthrough of like tips and tricks or something like that. But I'm interested to read the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I'm on target or if I'm sort of way off my rocker on this one. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys later.